So what I've learned too the last several years is that really the healthiest, most effective way to reach children is just through unconditional love. Unfortunately, you know, in a perfect world, we'd all get that every day from our parents or from our communities or the adults in our lives, but the harsh reality of it is all these students at our program, almost without exception, haven't had that. Some of the things that some of us take for granted, they weren't privileged to. You know, a stable home life, a positive experience in school. So they all have a story to tell. And what we found out here is that the best way to approach that is to love them unconditionally and to treat them with compassion. And if you model that, they start doing the same thing.
Well, what I think was important about this project, particularly, is the students that it's serving. It's serving a population of students who have not been able to matriculate through a regular school environment for various reasons. Some of them because they've had emotional problems, some of them social problems, some of them it's just academic problems. It can be a variety of things that are occurring. And what the new facility needs to do is to have a place that the students can feel good about when they come there every day. They want the facility to actually be a place that they enjoy being, with the light and the air and the openness and the things that people feel good about, whether you're in an office environment or a school environment. And that's the key that I think is going to be important for us to develop here as part of this project.
Well, I think work-based learning is really important because right now we're sending a lot of students graduating from high school, they're going on to college, and they have no idea what they want to do. I think students need an opportunity to explore careers and do some career exploration. First, identify what their interests are, and then you move into work-based learning. You bring in guest speakers, you take students on field trips, but then you do job shadows and internships, and that allows students to figure out if this is something they really want to do. I've been doing this for almost 30 years, and rarely have I met an employer who says, I need someone with a technical skill. They need people who show up, who have a good attitude, who know how to get along with people, who know how to learn, who know how to find information.
I think the most important thing is breaking the cycle. And what I mean by that is, you know, we have, as children, as youth, we learn from our parents. And we have parents that are using drugs, that are in and out of jail, in and out of prison. That's what we learn and that's what we know, and that becomes normal for us. That has to be stopped. And one of the ways to stop that is by building up self-esteem, building up all the things that go along with that. And it's going to take a village. The second that a child or a youth starts feeling good about themselves, all of a sudden, everything changes.
The willingness of the teachers here at the school to explore growing into themselves, knowing themselves more so that they can model that for the students is going to be a very powerful element in what's happening in the culture of the school.
Much like the students that go to the school here, I was disinterested, disengaged, uninspired, and I did pretty much the least I could get away with. And so, you know, when I finally went on to college and I decided I was going to do the things that I wanted to do, I started with an intro to cinema class, which changed the direction of my life because I realized, oh, this could be a career for me. And so I started pursuing, you know, art and film and photography, and I realized all these things were interconnected. They were connected to science and math and history and politics and economics and religion. All these things were connected to each other. That realization just changed how I approach learning. If we're going to succeed in the 21st century, it's that we got to push art and creativity to the forefront of education.
Each and every one of our students comes to us with a story of abuse or neglect or trauma, and that's our first job. We have to deal with that. If we don't, there is no learning that takes place. So we put together a small school, small classes. We have 20 students in every class with a teacher and an aide. These classes they're self-contained, so the students stay with those teachers who get to know them so well. And the students feel safe. And that's when they can begin to share their story. And once they feel known, then they relax. And they start to want the things that we want for them, which is to have the skills they're going to need to make it in the community, to make healthy relationships, to deal with the anger, the issues that they've had to go through. Their dreams are big, but often their skills are low. We need to target those skills so that they can realize their dreams. And we need your help to do it.